Most beginners quit real estate photography in the first 6 months. And it's not because the work is hard, it's because nobody told them the 3 things I'm about to show you. I've shot over 10,000 homes since 2012, the tiny condos to $1 million acreages. I've walked into homes with critters in the basement, kitchens that haven't been cleaned in weeks, and lock boxes frozen solid in the dead of winter. After 10,000 homes, almost nothing surprises me anymore. This is the beginner blueprint I wish I had on day 1. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what gear to buy, how to shoot a house in 30 minutes, what to charge, and how to land your first repeat realtor. After 10,000 homes, I've learned that the difference between a struggling beginner and working pro isn't the camera, isn't the lens, it's the system. I've shot luxury acreages, downtown condos, farmhouses, and vacant properties where the power was turned off. The one thing that never changes is this: agents don't care about your artistic vision. They care that you show up, shoot fast, and deliver bright, clean images by noon the next day. And that's exactly why I'm telling you this. The goal isn't to become the best photographer in your city. The goal is to build the most efficient real estate media business you can run day after day without burning out. Let's start where every beginner starts: the gear. And the good news is, you're probably thinking you need a lot to buy than you actually do. I'm going to split this into what you absolutely need versus what can wait. The must-have tier is simple: a full frame, mirrorless camera, a wide-angle lens. You can get the 12 to 24 type range or 16 to 35. Both work great. You need a laptop. This is where you're going to edit your photos, you see them, and everything you do with your business email. You need a reliable laptop. You also need a reliable car. People think about gear and all this other stuff. The car you're driving from shoot to shoot, it's very important you have a reliable car. For the lens, you can look at a 2.8 if you can afford it, but an f4 absolutely will get the job done, and it costs a lot less. You also need software. Learn the basics of Lightroom and Photoshop so you can adjust exposure, fix white balance, and straighten your verticals. But if you don't have any of those yet, start with AutoHDR and use its built-in editing tools to handle the basics. Some nice-to-have upgrades come after you book your first 10 shoots. A drone like the DJI Air 3 lets you add aerial photos, and agents pay extra for them. An iGuide camera gives you virtual tours. A video camera or a phone on a gimbal lets you offer walkthroughs. These are profit layers, not startup requirements. Now, the biggest speed trick nobody talks about is shooting handheld. I don't use a tripod anymore. For 14 years, believe it or not, every house I went to, over 10,000, had a tripod. It slows you down. Today, I'm using AutoHDR to process, and I can shoot handheld. I use the camera's built-in stabilization, a good camera strap for extra steadiness, so I just put it around my neck and I hold it against firm, and I get perfect shots. I use 3 exposures, -2, 0, and +2. That's it. The setup keeps me moving through the house in 30 minutes flat. Okay, you've got the kit. Now let's put it to work, because here's where most beginners immediately screw up. It has nothing to do with the camera settings. When I arrive at the house, I do a walkthrough. I go around, turn all the lights, open blinds, hide trash cans, hide pet bowls, turn off ceiling fans, close toilet lids. These are all important. If the house isn't ready, I snap a quick photo with my phone, text the agent, and ask them if they want to shoot as is or reschedule, because a 30-second conversation saves you from delivering bad photos and eating the blame. Next, I scan the floor plan with the Cubicasa app on my phone. Simple to do. It takes about 5 minutes to walk the house. You just follow the baseboards around, and that scan becomes a professional floor plan that I sell as an add-on. This is exactly why add-ons matter so much. They raise your average order value without adding much time to your shoot, and that compounds fast as you book more clients. And I shoot in a strict order, so I never backtrack. My order: front of the house, front of the yard, entry, living room, kitchen, dining room, primary bedroom, the ensuite, the rest of the bedrooms and bathrooms, family room, any other rooms, and then go outside, get the back of the house, back of the yard, and that's my core for every house. When you shoot an order, you don't waste steps, you don't forget rooms, and you don't double back through the same hallway carrying your gear like a lost tourist. For settings, I shoot at f8 and auto ISO. It just does the magic for me. If your camera has a grid overlay, turn it on. I use the rule of thirds so I can line up my shots and make a better composition. For exteriors, I get 3 shots. I shoot one straight on, one from the corner, and then a little further back showing the driveway and the front area. For the back, I grab the yard, the deck, and any outdoor features that sell the house. Now the part everyone gets wrong, editing. I'll show you how I process a full house in under an hour. Quick note, if this is helpful, hit the subscribe button. I put out real estate photography workflows, pricing breakdowns, and AI editing walkthroughs every week. Now let's get back to it. When I get home from a shoot, first thing I do is pull out the bracketed photos off my camera and upload them straight to AutoHDR. It is an amazing AI editing service. The AI blends the 3 exposures together, automatically gives you a clean merge file to work with. From there, bring those images back in the Lightroom and QC them. Do your final touch-ups in Photoshop if you need. Now, if you don't have Lightroom or Photoshop yet, no problem. AutoHDR has built-in editing tools that you can use right in the platform. You can adjust the photos manually with sliders or just type what you want fixed. For a beginner, that's a massive win because it removes the software barrier that used to stop people cold. And that's the biggest advantage you have today. I didn't have in 2012. Agents don't hire the photographer with the prettiest photos. They hire the one who delivers clean, bright, straight photos by noon the next day, every single time. I deliver everything through HD Photo Hub. There are time-saving integrations with Dropbox or Cubicasa that just syncs, uploads the media, and makes things fast and hands-free. Now, here's where it gets fun. I'm going to show you exactly what to charge and when to raise your prices. In my market here in Saskatoon, up in Canada, I'd recommend starting around $250 for photos plus a floor plan. Build a basic package and then build up from there. Adjust that number to fit your own market, but the principle stays the same. Price high enough to signal professionalism without pricing yourself out. I run a tiered structured with essentials, professional, virtual tours, social media package, and a signature package. These start at $250 and go up. Basically, what you're doing is raising your average order value and adding more products with each package. That's your target. Once you've gotten 10 shoots under your belt, figure out your packages. Look what your competition does. Add-ons are how you raise your average order value without raising your base price. The easiest add-on to start with right now is floor plans. Download the Cubicasa app, walk through the house with your phone, and you're done in about 5 minutes on site. Cubicasa processes a scan and sends a clean, professional floor plan. Drones are the next add-on. Aerial photos help properties sell faster, and agents will pay for them. They will pay a premium for them. Next, video walkthroughs and virtual tours are another layer you can add once you have enough gear. Every extra service you offer means more revenue per house, and that compounds fast. Now, when should you raise your prices? Honestly, in this industry, I've heard it a lot. Annually is the best. You could pick it on January 1st or when it starts getting busy. For me, it's around April. How much? Think about 5 to 10%. Just increase all your prices. Because remember, your skills are getting sharper. Your workflow is getting faster. Don't compete on price. Compete on reliability. The agent who knows you'll show up on time and deliver by noon the next day will pay more than the cheapest guy who shows up late or doesn't deliver on time or has excuses. Price is set, but price tag doesn't book itself. Here's how I got my first agents and how I turned one $250 shoot into 18 bookings. When I was starting out, I used to call it the Costco sample strategy. I offered a free or deeply discounted first shoot to prove my speed and quality. One realtor hired me for a $250 shoot, and within 6 months, she booked me for 18 listings because every single seller loved the marketing. That one free session turned into thousands of dollars in repeat business. Agents plan their listing launches around your delivery window. And if you miss it, you've just cost them a weekend of showings. Be the photographer who never misses, and you become the photographer they never replace. I also send a pre-shoot preparation checklist to every agent. The list tells them to declutter, deep clean, turn lights on, enhance the curb appeal, and so much more. When you do this, the agent sees you as a partner in selling the house, not just someone with a camera. Clients are everything, but these 3 mistakes will cost you them faster than bad photos ever will. Mistake number 1 is not being kind to the homeowner. I don't care how rushed you are or how messy the house is. You smile, you introduce yourself, you ask if there's anything fragile to watch for, and you treat their home and their belongings like it's your own. One bad word from a seller to an agent can poison your entire brokerage relationship against you. Mistake number 2 is inconsistent delivery or missed deadlines. You promise photos by noon next day, those photos are in the agent's inbox by 11:30. Agents plan their entire week around your delivery time, and missing it once is a warning. Missing it twice is a permanent goodbye. Mistake number 3 is slow response times. If you're an agent who has to chase you for booking confirmation or send up a follow email that sits unanswered for half a day, they've already found your replacement. Responsiveness is free, and it's the single easiest way to separate yourself from the competition. Speed, kindness, and reliability are a real product. Avoid those 3 traps and you're already ahead of 80% of beginners. So nobody starts with luxury mansions. I started with 1 house, 1 realtor, and 1 listing. 10,000 homes later, I'm still learning, I'm still growing, and I'm building better systems. If I can build this in Saskatoon, so can you. So follow along with my videos and let's build a better business day by day, video by video.